Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. My name is Crypto Ghost and today we'll be doing another episode on the cryptocurrency markets. I also want to share some cool, exciting news with you, and we'll talk about the recent price action we are seeing on the Bitcoin charts. We'll do a follow-up on our previous episode, and I want to walk you through a very important topic in trading that is not only in trading but also in investment, and that is how to value the market, how to know when is a good time to buy, when is a good time to enter into any position in the market. So we'll be talking about that, and I will be showing you a very easy strategy that you can use, and you can use it for investing, you can use it for trading on futures. So if you are a beginner, you can easily, with this method, you can easily make $100 every day just by spending a few minutes doing some analysis on the charts and then making trading decisions and taking in profits. So I want to show you all of that in this video. So if that sounds good to you, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and turn on the notifications. And before we go into the content, guys, I want you to write in the comments section down below your experience with crypto. Write down, when did you find out about Bitcoin? When did you start buying it? What is your overall experience? And write down if you are trading or if you are currently interested in trading Bitcoin and you're not sure where to start. What do you think about Bitcoin, guys? Write down in the comments below. Do you think we are still in a bear market? This is a bear rally? Or do you think that we are in the beginning of a new bull market? What are your thoughts for 2023? Write it in the comment below. Do you think we are going to 50k this year? I want to hear you guys what your thoughts are. So make sure to comment down. Spam the comments. Spam the comments in the comment section. Let me know, guys, what do you think about Bitcoin this year? Where are we headed? I'm feeling bullish. I think we are going to see maybe not new highs this year, but I do think that we are going to see some nice rallies this year. All right, so let's start by following up on our recent market analysis. So what we've been looking at in our previous videos is the recent price action on the Bitcoin chart. So we know that we had multiple attempts to break towards 24,000, and so far we weren't able to break above 24,000. And today we are seeing another attempt, another rally to the upside. So like I was saying in my last video, that we don't have enough power yet. So we are likely to see more sideways action, right? So let me show you in the 1 hour. We are likely to see more sideways action, which we see here. And towards the end of the week, I was saying that we might see another attempt to break towards 24,000. So right now we are seeing a rally to the upside. I'm still not convinced that we are going higher than 24,000. That's definitely possible right now. We are on Wednesday and we are seeing this nice rally. So possibly by Friday we get to this area and we see the attempt again to get above 24,000. And what also, if we look at the weekly time frame, what also we can see here is that prices, if you scale out and you look at the bigger time frame, you can see that the market looks very, very, very bullish, in my opinion. I can see multiple weekly candles that go higher and open and close higher than the previous week. And as you can see also the current week, you can see this huge wick. So the wick started red, and we have a lot of buyers. So we have this candle, we have this wick on the candle, and the candle on the weekly time frame is turning green again. So that for me shows strength in the market. That shows me bullish, that we are really bullish on the market. But what I also worries me seeing right now is that we are overextended towards the upside, right, on the daily time frame. So whenever price enters into a rally, we don't know at what point the price will come back to check the fair price, when it will come down to the trend line that we have on our indicator, on our Ghost Vision indicator. And this part is really, really important and not something that you should be closing your eyes on. because as price moves and as it develops, and as we are trading more and more time outside the last layer of the two bullish channels here, it increases the chance of us eventually coming down to test the average price, the daily trend line, which didn't happen at all so far in this whole rally. So if we see the breakout January the 8th, we had the breakout on the daily trend line, and since January 8th, where we are now, the 1st of February, not even one touch on the daily trend line. So is that something which occurs often when we see those rallies? I mean, if we go back a bit, we had a bear rally here. So this is July. And as you can see, when price breaks above the trend line, so we have a little rally here, it tends to come back. And later in the video, I also want to talk to you about like how does this work, how those lines work, what they represent, right? This is a very, very important thing that you should know whenever you are investing and whenever you are trading. You should always understand what is the current price that you are buying in. Is it the correct price? Is it overpriced? What's your risk to reward? All of that. This is what Ghost Vision 1 helps traders to understand. It helps them by showing them where is the fair price. So the fair price is always the midpoint. It's always the middle here. Okay, and let's go back a bit. Let's talk again about those touch point to the daily. So for example here, right, we have a rally that started the 1st of October, went up until October 21st right here, right? So we had almost a month of bullish period that we can see right now. Very similar, right? We are trading in between the last two layers of the bullish channels here. A lot of bullish momentum. And what I'm saying to you guys is that we don't know at what point the price will come back to test the daily trend line. And if I hide the indicator, right, you don't really know where you're buying it. So it's like trading blindly. You don't really know. If you see these charts, right, let's say you want to enter the markets, you want to do an investment or a trade, a day trade. You see a chart, you see the price starts to go higher and higher and higher. And then you think, okay, we are reaching new highs. The market looks promising. I want to enter. So you enter right here and you don't know where is the line of the fair price. And then you can see with the indicator that the fair price was actually right here, right? So you bought the last layer of the bullish channel, which is where we or any professional trader is looking to exit the market already. So if a trader which is following a similar strategy or using Ghost Vision and he is using the system, he can see that when the trend changed here and started a bullish upwards momentum, if the trader entered at this point into a long position, then he would exit when we are reaching those last two layer of the bullish channels. So without the indicator, it's hard to tell where is the good entry. So then when we had a touch point on the daily trend line, we had another rally into the upside. And here you should not get too greedy. And what I mean by that is that you should not look for taking profits outside the last layer of the bullish channel, because there is too much greed. What you should be doing is already start locking in profits as we are approaching the first layer of the bullish channel right here. Okay, so if on the touch point you've entered and you set your stop at a previous support level, let's say right here, as you can see, the price also went for a stop loss hunt, a little stop loss hunt here, but then it took off, right? So if you did enter in this region here from 58,000, this was actually a very, very, very big move, 16.5% over the period of 10 days. So this is a swing trade, and a swing trade is something which you can do if you have capital. So that means that you don't need to use leverage if you have your own capital. If you don't have enough capital and you are willing to take the risk, you can use a 3x or a 4x leverage depending on what you prefer, what sort of position you're going in for. I'm waiting to see at what level we are going to see those pullbacks, because I believe that we are overextended, right? But I don't know, I cannot tell for the future when is the point that we'll see a retracement, right? But when you have the indicator and you can explore previous price action and you get the feeling of how Bitcoin moves, how the charts are moving, and when you start seeing those red candles, those big red candles that go down really quick, you start realizing that you've made some mistakes, that you didn't take profits, that you didn't do things correctly. So this is why we use an indicator that shows us, okay, here is the fair price, here it's overpriced, like here you should not do this. And we have a system that tells us, okay, we have a rally, right? We have a rally. We don't want to FOMO in. We don't want to be those people who FOMO in and buy here. So we have the Ghost Vision 1, which is easily, like, you can use just Ghost Vision 1 to be making successful trades. The other two indicators that you see me use, Ghost Vision 2 and 3, they have a lot more functionality. They are a bit more advanced, but when you're just starting out, the best thing that you can do as a beginner is to learn where is the fair price for you to enter into any market, right? Think about it like when you go to a market to buy a sack of potato and you know that it costs $5 and one shop is charging 10. And you know, okay, 10 is too much. I'm not gonna pay 10 because the market price is 5. It's the same with trading any market. If it's a stock market, Bitcoin, crypto, anything, right? You have a fair price, you have overpriced, and then you have undervalued, right? So if you buy undervalued, then you can sell when it's overpriced. Think about it like that. And you can see it on the charts. You can see it on the charts right here. So we started the rally, okay? And then you think, okay, at what point should I enter? At what point should I enter? I know we are in a rally. I want to enter into a position, but I don't know when. And you hear me say, okay, so we enter when we touch the trend line, but we don't know when. But if you don't wait and you say, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to enter anyway. And you do it right here. Big mistake. You see? Big mistake, down 30%. And unfortunately, for beginner traders or for unexperienced investors, this is a mistake that they will often make and is easily avoidable when you have the right tools. When you're using the tools, this is really giving you an eyes on the market. It's protecting you from making mistakes. It cannot predict what's going to happen. There is no such indicator that can predict, right, what's going to happen with the price. But it gives you an overview. It tells you, okay, here you should be careful because it's overpriced. Here you can enter because it's fair value. And then when you see it's overpriced, you can sell it to someone who doesn't know that it's overpriced. And then you take money from the market. So you can think of the crypto market as a video game. You have players who just started playing the game, who are newbies, who don't have enough experience yet. They don't know how to play the game correctly, and they make a lot of mistakes and they lose a lot of points in the game. And then you have those experienced players in the game that already reached high levels. They've done all the mistakes, they've leveled up, and they do everything with more benefits for their side, right? So when you take a trade, you always play the game of probability. So what I mean by that, let me show you using the long position, for example, here, long position. So you have two options. Option one, you don't have an indicator and you've entered here. So where is your profit target? Your profit target in this example, there is none because we are overextended. So if I turn the indicator back on, you can see that this is a very, very bad trade because the room to the upside here is very minimal. And why is it very minimal? Because we are already very, very overextended. However, if you use Ghost Vision and you use Ghost Vision 1, which is probably by far my favorite because it's very easy to read and it gives you just so much value. It tells you the fair price, which is, as a trader, I can tell you this is the most important thing that you should really care about. What's the current price? Is it overvalued? Is it fair price? And then you can see, okay, So if I'm gonna buy at the trend line, I'm gonna enter the position, let's say at 33,300. I'm gonna place my stop below the last weeks we had here, a little bit below, because with Bitcoin there tends to be a lot of stop loss hands, and I like when I make a trade to watch my position closely and monitor it always. So then I see, okay, if there is a stop loss hand, I know that I see in the other oscillators on Ghost Division 2 and 3 that there is not really a lot of volume. I know that this selling pressure is not very powerful and it will finish soon. So then I know that I can keep my trade open. Or if I see that the pressure, selling pressure is very high, then I know that I'm putting myself in a risk of making a bad trade, and I would use a fixed stop loss that if it hits, I wait for another good setup. So what is a good setup, right? This example here is a good setup. Why? Because we are buying the middle, we are buying the fair price, we are setting a stop here below the last weeks. We see that we are in an uptrend. Ever since this whole period here, we are in an uptrend, and we've made a decision based on the daily time frame to long the market when we saw that the market returned to the middle line here, to the fair price. So then our potential of making profits, as you can see, dramatically changes from our previous trade plan, which we would plan without an indicator, right here. So I hope that this gives you an overview of really how to analyze the fair price and how not to be trapped and buying in these areas here. So there is two ways you can really trade this. You can either short the bull channels, right? So you say, okay, this is overpriced, I can short, and you will sell at the fair price. And then you see the price again reaching the bullish channels, you will short it, and you will take your profits when we come back to the trend line. Now, of course, it will not always work. The price can go a little bit more than the bullish channel, a little bit less. It can touch the trend line, it can overextend, but for the most part, over a long enough period of time, you will be right most of the times. And if you manage risk correctly, this is how you sustain the market for a long period of time. So what is a strategy that you can use to easily make, let's say, $100 per day? So to make $100 per day, which maybe for most of you guys will be a big deal. Maybe if you do this over a period of a month, it can bring you for let's say for a $3,000 profit in a month. And for you, maybe for some of you guys, this is a big amount of money and will help you pay off some bills, improve your life, maybe anything that you wanted to save on the side, take for a vacation, and you are thinking about a way, what can I do to really make this $100 a day? And I don't have much to invest in. I don't want to start a new business. I just want pretty easy and a reliable way to make $100, maybe even some days a bit more, 150, 200. So to make $100 in the markets right now is really easy because we have volatility in the market, and I've shown you guys how to find the fair price. So you can see here that when we come to the trend line, this is the fair price. It's the correct time to enter into a long position based on the start of the year that we had a big rally here. So if you were paying attention, or if you are using the indicator already, and maybe you've made already a few successful trades like some of our new joiners have made, we are seeing a lot of positive feedback from our new traders, our new joiners. Very, very happy to see that. So for making $100, all you really need is you need to be catching 1% move in the market in the correct direction with a 10x leverage. So for example, if you see a good trading opportunity in the market, if you see the price coming to a middle trend line on the 4-hour time frame or on the daily time frame, or the time frame which you think is suitable for the how long you want to hold the trade for, and you say, I saw that the price was a fair value at 20,700, and based on the fact that we are in an uptrend, I believe that the price can reach the last layer of the bullish channel, or in between the last layer of the bullish channel and before the last layer of the bullish channel, your profits at 20,950, and you are trading with half a Bitcoin a position. So that means, guys, that you need to use $1,000 from your capital. You take this $1,000, you take a 10x leverage. So what the 10x leverage means is that you are loaning money from the exchange, and the exchange will give you a bigger position that you can trade in. So then every time Bitcoin makes 1% move to the upside, you will not profit as if you were trading with $1,000, but instead as if you were trading with $10,000. So then if you are right only on 1%, if Bitcoin goes from 20,700 to 20,950, you are right. Then your profit is 125. And as you can see, that if you do this a lot using the strategy that I'm showing you here, you will be right most of the time. And if you do this for a period of a month or even more than a month, and you set your stops, then you will be making $100 a day on average. And the strategy is really simple. So you can do it every day if you have time to analyze the market, and of course if the market has something to offer to us. So if the market doesn't move anywhere, there can be a day or there could be 2 days with no trades, but then at the day when you see the breakout and you were prepared and you were already in a position, maybe you've made 300. So you make up for those days that you weren't making any profits. And the 100 is just an example. Maybe you can trade with 5,000. Maybe you can trade with 3 Bitcoins. Maybe you can trade with 2 Bitcoins. So if you set your initial margin to 4,000 and you were right on 1% move on Bitcoin, which, like I'm telling you, is easily achievable when you do it over a long period of time, then your profit a day can be 500. And all it took for you is to find out the fair price, set a buy order or a sell order, depending on the market direction. So you don't need to go anywhere. You don't need to sacrifice your time. It's really convenient once you get the hang of it. And I can keep telling you about Ghost Vision, and I think the best way for you how you can really get the hang of it is just to try it for yourself, which is why we also give a 30-day trial, so you can explore the indicator and try it for yourself and get the hang of it, get the feel of it, start making profitable trades. Maybe start with a demo account if you really don't want to risk any money, and try out for 1 month of doing demo trades and see where you are, how you can handle it mentally, how much you are a profitable trader, if it's something that fits your lifestyle, if it's something that you enjoy and that you want to keep on doing. Then you can switch for a real account and do it slowly, right? Start with maybe $50 a day. This will be your goal. Then set your goal to be 100 a day. And before you know it, you will be making 1,000. And once you reach that level and you make 1,000 a day, I mean, you don't really need more than that to live a comfortable life. You can travel anywhere, you can take any hotel you want. And this is what I hope that most of you will achieve. Anyone who is starting out with Ghost Vision, anyone who is starting out trading in general, right? It doesn't have to be Ghost Vision. If you think that you have a trading strategy which is more suitable for you, then go ahead, try it out. I wish you the best of luck. I will be supporting our members, our new joiners inside our trading community. So for any questions, doubts, feedback, we'll be very happy to hear that. This is my goal for you guys. This is what I want you to do next time you are experiencing any parabolic move. I want you to be ahead of the game. I want you to already be sitting in a long position before everyone else does. And when you do this more and more, then you will see, okay, here I'm making the correct moves. I know the fair price. I'm longing it. I'm setting a stop. And then you do it over and over again, and you become really, really good at it. And then you have an edge over everyone else, and then you can really, really start taking in profits, making money in this market. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful to you. I hope it was inspiring for you. I hope it gets you thinking about some new ways how you can start making additional income maybe even change your main source of income in the future, because trading is more about the mental game, right? So you don't really need to go to university and study trading. I mean, there is no such thing, and you don't need to spend a lot of time studying, right? There is no studying. Like, you need to go and you need to feel it and you need to try it and you need to see how it works for you. The things that you need to learn are really basics. You need to learn about market order, limit order, stops, leverage, those things that you can easily find on the internet these days. You don't need to spend 5 months of learning on some program which at the end will not give you a strategy and will not explain to you the important things. So yeah, I think that was a very long video. If you've made it till the end, you are a true CryptoGo supporter. I hope to see you more. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video if that brings you any value today. If you've learned something new, definitely leave a like. I'll really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.